to be like 95 degrees in Iowa today. All eyes on that state as all the candidates make their way to the stage. And Senator Rick Santorum, presidential candidate, joins us now from the state that he won back in 2012. Senator, nice to see you this morning.
It's great to be back here in Iowa and at the state fair.
Well, you talked a lot of cultural issues in 2012. As you take to the different counties all around Iowa, has your strategy changed? Are you focusing more on different issues this time that will resonate with voters?
Well, I'm a candidate that talks about all the issues because there are so many important issues facing this country, from Iran and the Iran deal and ISIS and trying to defeat ISIS, and what we bring as a unique experience there as someone who has been battling against a nuclear Iran as an author of the Iran sanctions 10 years ago. I've been working on that issue. I'm the only candidate in this race who's been featured on ISIS magazine and labeled an enemy of ISIS. So they know who I am. I know who they are. I've been working this issue for a long time. And that's a very high priority issue for the people here in Iowa and, frankly, across the country. So I guess to answer your question is, yeah, we have a lot of issues that we're talking about and that are important to our country.
But Senator Santorum, you won in that state 4 years ago. So what happened? Did the people in Iowa just forget about you, or have times changed? Is the climate just completely different now?
Well, as I think all of you know, I mean, after the 2012 race, I went back to work. I mean, I have 7 kids and going through college and other types of things, and so I had to go get a job and work for a living. And I didn't spend the last 4 years running for president. I decided earlier this year that we were going to take a very serious look at it again, knowing full well we were going to have to start over. I mean, I didn't have a national TV show. I wasn't in the Senate or a governor, and I hadn't been out there in the media. So we're out here doing what we did last time, building a grassroots organization, letting people know we're back, and that we have something positive to offer to get this country back on the right track, both from the standpoint of our national security. The cultural issues, frankly, are probably more important now than they were 4 years ago with these Planned Parenthood videos, what the Supreme Court has done on marriage. And I think people are looking for someone who's willing to stand up on all of these issues and articulate the values that made our country great and restore them so we can have a prosperous and good, free and safe country again.
Senator, you said one of the reasons was that you went back to work and you weren't running for president, but an outsider, Donald Trump, business mogul, has been working too, and his reality show and all of that, and he's making huge waves. His poll numbers are through the roof. He's going to be coming in on a helicopter today. I want to get your take on this soundbite of him yesterday in New Hampshire slamming some of the GOP contenders. Listen to this.
I've been attacked now by Perry of Texas, and he went bing like a rocket ship, except in the wrong direction. I was attacked by Lindsey Graham, and he had 2 points. Now he has 0. Now, Rand Paul has very few points, but I think he's going down, too. And I'll say one further thing about Rand Paul, then let's not waste a lot of time. But Rand Paul is using the people of Kentucky. Either run for Senate and do a good job, or run for president. You don't run for president, and by the way, if I don't make it, I'll become your senator reluctantly.
A lot of people have said there's the summer of the shark. Well, Donald Trump says it's the summer of Trump. Is this going to be an endless summer, or is the wave going to crash, Senator?
Well, look, what I found out that 4 years ago, there was a poll taken, I think yesterday, 4 years ago, that had Rick Perry at 29% and Mitt Romney at 18% and Michelle Bachmann at 12%. I was at 1%, tied for last with John Huntsman, and 4 months later, I won the Iowa caucuses. So what I know about Iowa and what I know about politics is what happens in August generally stays in August. This is a long race. There's going to be a lot of more focus on the issues, what candidates stand for, what their record is, what they want to accomplish. And I know the people of Iowa pretty well, and New Hampshire likewise. They're going to get down to serious discussions about who should be president of the United States, not who is someone that might be an interesting figure that might be someone to pay attention to for a while.
But Senator, the 2 men at the top of the Republican rankings in Iowa right now, Trump and Carson, neither one of them has a day of political experience. That seems to be what people like right now. You can never claim that. So how would you go about trying to take some of that support away and try to convince them that somebody who has been in Washington for years, who has been a politician for a long time, that they have known for a long time, should get their support instead?
Yeah, well, I've been outside of government for almost 10 years, and I'm as frustrated as they are about the workings of government. But I think it's important. I'm not going to come to somebody and say, let me do your heart surgery, or let me manage your Fortune 500 business. You want someone who has some experience to be able to accomplish things to get this country going. We've had experience with someone coming into the White House recently that had very little experience, and it hasn't worked out very well for this country. We're a country that's on the precipice of war, I believe, in the Middle East. We have very aggressive neighbors to the south, and I believe even though President Obama has established diplomatic relations with Cuba, Cuba is turning the entire southern hemisphere against the United States. We have serious problems here, and we need someone who has experience of getting things done. And I'm the only person in this race who has a strong record of accomplishment as an outsider in Washington, D.C., and that's the difference.
Senator Santorum, good luck out there. We appreciate you joining us bright and early before all the festivities at the fair. Thanks, Senator.
Enjoy the corn dogs.
My pleasure.
Don't eat too many of those.